Hello my fellow oddities, welcome to a new video, and today we are doing the final part in the series where I discuss where to take Mortal Kombat 2. In my previous two videos, which you should definitely watch if you haven't already, I discussed where to take Kuai Liang, Raiden, Shang Tsung, Liu Kang, Sonya, Jax, and Johnny Cage. In today's video, we're discussing the final three characters to be included in Mortal Kombat 2, Scorpion, SubZero, and Noob Saibot. Yes, I know Noob Saibot and even SubZero technically aren't officially confirmed, but they might as well be. So yeah, without further ado, let's discuss where to take these three characters. Scorpion, the most popular character in all of Mortal Kombat, had like 2 scenes in the first movie. But guess what? In my version, he's only gonna have 1 scene. Yay. Now, Scorpion is one of the only characters in the movie whose story is more so going to be based off the actual Mortal Kombat 2 instead of Mortal Kombat 1. Because in the first movie, he killed SubZero, and that's what happened in the first game. So, while he's like on a consistent level from game to movie, everyone else is like 1 step behind. And he really doesn't do much in the original Mortal Kombat 2. I mean, he protects Kuai Liang because he feels bad about killing his brother, but like, he doesn't really do anything. Like, Kuai Liang isn't the one who ends up winning the tournament, so clearly he got beat up by somebody. And I never really liked that storyline anyway because I feel like Scorpion would just want nothing to do with the Lin Kuei anymore after killing SubZero. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want him to be like rageful and vicious and being like, "Oh, your brother killed my entire family, now I'm gonna kill you as well, even though you had nothing to do with it." K9. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
You had no honor. You will die as he did.
But in my version of Mortal Kombat 2, Scorpion would pretty much just be a passive character that hangs out in the Netherrealm before someone tries to fight him, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Now, this might be disappointing to some people because everyone loves Scorpion and everyone loves Hiroyuki Sanada and everyone wants to see more of him, but like, that's just the way it is. And plus, I feel like you guys will warm up to it a bit once I explain a little bit more later.
SubZero.
The second most popular character in all of Mortal Kombat, and the real SubZero, Kuai Liang. Now, in the original Mortal Kombat 2, Kuai Liang is at the tournament to finish Bi-Han's previous mission of killing Shang Tsung before Bi-Han was killed by Scorpion. But that doesn't really work in this movie universe because, as far as we know, Bi-Han was never trying to assassinate Shang Tsung. So in my Mortal Kombat 2, the reason that SubZero would be at the tournament is to talk with Shang Tsung and find out why the heck his brother died. Now you might be wondering, well, why doesn't SubZero just like go to the tournament and then talk with Shang Tsung? Why does he have to actually participate and fight people? Well, first of all, it's a movie. Some stuff just has to happen to make it entertaining. But also in my version, you wouldn't be allowed at the tournament unless you were granted specific permission by Shang Tsung or Raiden, or you were invited with like the dragon marking and stuff. I don't know why I pointed to my arm. I don't think anyone has a dragon marking on their arm. I should have pointed like here, or here, or here, or like right here. But anyways, SubZero would be participating and fighting in the tournament on Earthrealm's side, which I know it's kind of like a contradiction because Bi-Han was on Outworld side, but like, they're technically from Earthrealm, so I don't even know why they're allowed to fight for Outworld. I mean, I guess you can excuse Bi-Han because he wasn't actually fighting in a tournament, so like, I guess it doesn't matter. Which is probably the same reason why Kabal and Kano were on that side as well. But yeah, in my version, it would be definitive. If you are not from this realm, then you cannot fight for it. Now you might be wondering, in my last video, I talked about how I wanted Kano in this movie fighting for Outworld, which shouldn't work because he's from Earthrealm. But since he is reborn in Outworld, since he did die in the first movie, he has been resurrected and reborn in Outworld, so I think that could be like a technical loophole that he is now from Outworld, which is just the type of loophole that Shang Tsung would try and exploit. Which also means Scorpion can't participate in the tournament at all, whether it's on Earthrealm or Outworld side, because he was reborn in the Netherrealm, so he can't participate at all. But yeah, once SubZero finds out what happened to the other SubZero, he turns on the Earthrealm fighters and it's like, Cole, you had a hand in killing my brother, so I'm gonna beat you up now. But he ends up sparing him because he technically wasn't the one who killed him. He just like beat him up really bad and it was like, hey Scorpion, you do this. Or it was more like Scorpion went, no, I'm gonna do this. Stand back, son. This causes SubZero to be disqualified from the tournament because of turning on your own team members, which he doesn't really care about because now he just wants to get to the Netherrealm so he can kill Scorpion. But once SubZero leaves the tournament, he starts having these visions, kind of like the ones that Cole had in the first movie. But it's not of Scorpion, it's of his brother, completely engulfed in shadows besides for the two lights that are his eyes. And with these visions, Bi-Han tells SubZero how to get to the Netherrealm, which I don't really know what to do for that. I'm sure Jeremy Slater can come up with something of how SubZero gets in the Netherrealm. Point is, he is led there by Noob Saibot, who, yeah, it's pretty obvious, Noob Saibot. Once SubZero gets to the Netherrealm, he finds Scorpion meditating on a rock, just like Bi-Han did in the opening scene of the first movie. And this whole scene kind of mirrors that confrontation. I think the Netherrealm has a lot of cool aspects that can be used to great effect in this fight. For example, since SubZero has ice powers and this is the Netherrealm, he's not going to be able to use them very much. It's just going to like turn into water. Then he'll turn into like rain. So he can just go whoosh. But then it'd probably evaporate. Then he'd be smoke. But now he can't use any of his ice weapons, so he has to defend himself against Scorpion's sword without any weapons to fight back with. But eventually he's able to knock Scorpion's sword out of his hands and it basically becomes a full-on hand-to-hand brawl. But eventually Kuai Liang does end up prevailing over Scorpion. And so SubZero grabs Scorpion's kunai and is about to stab it into Scorpion himself, but then Scorpion recognizes this situation. It's pretty much the exact same thing as the opening scene from the first movie. So when SubZero's like, any last words? Scorpion explains to him what the heck, why he killed his brother, and why this is a very, very bad idea to kill him as well. Now SubZero, not wanting to accept the fact that his brother killed an entire family, does not believe Scorpion one bit about any of this stuff. But deep down, knowing how Bi-Han has treated him in the past, he ends up sparing Scorpion. But that then brings me on to the third character I'm talking about today. A black shadow forms behind Kuai Liang as Noob Saibot steps out. Obviously played by Joe Taslim again, he talks about how Kuai Liang is a disappointment, how he couldn't even avenge his own brother. And he talks about how Kuai Liang may have been able to prevail over Scorpion in a fight, but Scorpion will always be the stronger one for actually being able to take the step to kill SubZero. Bi-Han SubZero. And Kuai Liang asks if it's true that Bi-Han killed this entire family, and Bi-Han admits it because that's just the type of person he is. Yeah, Noob Saibot seems like the type of person to be really proud to admit that he committed genocide. But Scorpion, who was watching this entire time, once again recognizes this exact situation. Bi-Han had came back from the dead the exact same way that Scorpion did. But then he also realized that this situation was familiar for another reason. Bi-Han, Scorpion, and one other person. A 2v1 against Bi-Han, you know, like the ending of the last movie. And so Scorpion, SubZero face off against Noob Saibot, who is much, much stronger than he was last time. But you also have to recognize the fact that Scorpion's teammate is also much stronger than the last one. So it's all evened out, and so no one really wins. Noob Saibot ends up running away. You know, so he can be in the third movie, and many more to come after that. And so yeah, that's where I think the story should be taken with Scorpion, SubZero, and Noob Saibot. And since this is the end of the series, how do you guys feel about my version of Mortal Kombat 2? Definitely comment down below. But remember guys, that's only the confirmed characters, so we got plenty of rumored and speculated characters to talk about in the future. And if you want to see those videos, make sure you are subscribed and have the bell set to all notifications. That way you're notified every single time I upload a new video. And if you enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like. And with that being said, that's it for this video, my fellow oddities. I'll see you next time.